Welcome back to our channel, dear knowledge seekers. Today, we embark on an enlightening journey through time, exploring the rich history of Islam. This isn't just a story of a religion, but a tapestry of cultural, political, and societal threads woven over centuries. Understanding this historical context not only deepens our appreciation of Islam, it also illuminates the broader human narrative. So without further ado, let's delve into the fascinating history of Islam. We start our journey in the 7th century, in the Arabian city of Mecca. It was in this bustling city of trade and pilgrimage that the birth of Islam took place, a faith that would soon influence the course of history. In the heart of Mecca lived a man named Muhammad, a well-respected and successful merchant. However, Muhammad was not content with the injustices and idolatry that prevailed in Mecca. He often retreated to a cave in the nearby Mount Hira, seeking solitude and peace. It was during one of these moments of seclusion at the age of 40 that Muhammad experienced a life-altering event. An angel, Gabriel, appeared before him with a revelation from God, or Allah, as he's referred to in Arabic. The angel commanded Muhammad to read or recite. This marked the beginning of the revelations that would eventually be compiled into the Quran, the holy book of Islam. The first verses revealed emphasized the importance of knowledge, setting the groundwork for a faith that would value learning and wisdom. Muhammad, now a prophet, began preaching these revelations, calling for monotheism, social justice, and moral reform. His message was radical and challenged the established social order. The powerful tribes of Mecca, whose wealth and power were tied to the existing religious practices, saw Muhammad's teachings as a threat. This led to a period of intense persecution for Muhammad and his small group of followers. They faced economic boycotts, physical attacks, and social ostracization, but they remained steadfast, their faith unshaken. In the face of such adversity, Muhammad and his followers migrated to the city of Medina. This migration, known as the Hijra, marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, Muhammad established a state based on the principles of justice, community, and faith, which served as a beacon of hope for his followers. Despite the early struggles, Islam started to gain followers, marking the beginning of its spread. From the deserts of Arabia, Islam began to reach out to the corners of the world. In the 7th century, Prophet Muhammad, the founder of Islam, and his followers were forced to leave Mecca, the city where Islam was born. This migration is known as the Hijra, a pivotal event that marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. The Prophet and his followers settled in Medina, a city where Islam was welcomed and began to flourish. The spread of Islam wasn't just a peaceful process of sharing beliefs. It involved conflicts and battles as well. One of the most significant battles was the Battle of Badr, where a small group of Muslims triumphed over a Meccan army thrice their size. This victory not only boosted the morale of the Muslims, but also established Islam as a formidable new faith in the Arabian Peninsula. The death of Prophet Muhammad in the year 632 didn't halt the expansion of Islam. Instead, the Caliphates, a system of Islamic governance led by a caliph, who is considered a political and religious successor to the Prophet, carried the torch forward. The Rashidun, Umayyad, and Abbasid caliphates played pivotal roles in spreading Islam across the Middle East, Africa, and even parts of Europe. Under the Umayyad Caliphate, Islam spread westward across North Africa, reaching Spain in the early 8th century. Meanwhile, the Abbasid Caliphate, with its capital in Baghdad, emerged as a center of learning, attracting scholars from diverse cultures and religions and playing an instrumental role in the propagation of Islamic culture and thought. The spread of Islam didn't just involve conquests and conversions, it also involved exchanges of ideas, culture, and knowledge, contributing significantly to scientific, philosophical, and artistic developments during the Middle Ages. By the end of the 7th century, Islam had become a dominant force in the world, shaping civilizations as we know them. And so, from a humble beginning in the deserts of Arabia, Islam had spread its influence far and wide, leaving an indelible imprint on the canvas of world history. The rise of Islam was not only a religious event, but also a cultural and intellectual revolution. These words ring particularly true when we delve into the Golden Age of Islam, a period that spanned the 8th to the 14th centuries. This era was marked by remarkable advancements in various fields of knowledge, including science, arts, and culture. Let's begin with science. The Islamic Golden Age saw scholars from across the Muslim world take strides in areas like astronomy, physics, and mathematics. They refined the numeral system we use today, introducing the concept of zero, and developed algebra. Their contributions to medicine were equally significant, with physicians such as Ibn Sina authoring medical textbooks that would be used in universities across Europe for centuries. But the Golden Age was not just about scientific progress. It was also a time of unprecedented cultural and artistic growth. Architecture flourished, as seen in the grand mosques and palaces adorned with intricate geometric designs and calligraphy. Literature, too, experienced a renaissance, with works like The Thousand and One Nights and the poetry of Rumi and Hafez still celebrated today. This era was also characterized by the translation movement. Scholars translated Greek, Persian, and Indian texts, preserving and expanding upon the knowledge of the ancients. This not only enriched the intellectual life of the Islamic world, but also laid the groundwork for the European Renaissance. The Golden Age of Islam was a time when the Muslim world was a beacon of knowledge and culture. It was a period of open-mindedness where scholars of all faiths and backgrounds came together in the pursuit of knowledge. Regrettably, the Golden Age eventually came to an end due to a combination of internal conflicts and external invasions. But even as the political fortunes of the Islamic world waned, its intellectual and cultural contributions lived on. The scholars of the Golden Age left a lasting legacy that continues to shape our world today, from the way we understand the stars to the stories we tell. The Golden Age may have ended, but its impact can still be seen in the modern world. As we fast forward to the present day, Islam has evolved and adapted, while still holding firm to its core principles. In the kaleidoscope of the contemporary world, Islam, like all other religions, has been subject to change and adaptation. It has spread far beyond its Arabian origins, finding homes in diverse cultures across the globe, from the bustling metropolises of the West to the vibrant societies of the East. Each of these cultures has contributed to a rich tapestry of Islamic practice, creating a faith that is as diverse as the people who follow it. And yet, despite this diversity, there is a unifying thread that ties all Muslims together. The core principles, belief in one God, prayer, charity, fasting, and pilgrimage, remain unchanged, acting as the steadfast anchor in an ever-changing world. But it would be remiss to paint an entirely rosy picture. Islam's encounter with modernity has not been without its challenges. Many Muslims grapple with reconciling their faith with the demands of the modern world. From issues of gender equality and human rights to the role of religion in the public sphere. The rise of secularism, the impact of globalization, and the pervasive influence of technology have all posed questions that require thoughtful answers. Islam's place in global politics, too, has been a point of contention. From the geopolitics of the Middle East to the so-called war on terror, Islam has often found itself in the limelight, not always for positive reasons. Yet it is important to remember that these political issues do not define the faith, but rather are challenges that the global Muslim community continues to navigate. Through all these changes and challenges, Islam has demonstrated a remarkable resilience. Its core principles continue to guide millions in their daily lives, providing a sense of purpose and direction. Today, Islam continues to be a major world religion with a rich history that shapes its present. Indeed, the story of Islam is a testament to the power and endurance of faith in the face of change and adversity. It is a story that continues to unfold, shaping and being shaped by the world we live in. So there we have it, a brief yet insightful journey through the history of Islam. We've journeyed through time, from the birth of this profound religion in the 7th century to its rapid spread across continents, cultures, and centuries. We've touched upon the Golden Age, a time when Islamic civilization was a beacon of enlightenment, pushing the boundaries of knowledge in fields as diverse as mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. We've also explored Islam in the modern world, a vibrant and diverse global community of believers, grappling with the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. Through it all, we've seen how Islam, like any religion, is not a monolith, but a rich tapestry of beliefs, traditions, and interpretations that have evolved and adapted over time. It's important to remember that to truly understand and appreciate a religion in its present form, one must delve into its past, explore its origins, and trace its evolution. History, after all, is not just a chronicle of events. It's a lens through which we can better understand the world around us. As we conclude this journey, let's carry with us a greater understanding and appreciation for the history of Islam, its impact, and its continued relevance in our world today. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more enlightening videos. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge.